I think after the surgeries in 2016, there's two of them, I spent roughly 7.5 weeks in hospital that year. And I just saw a lot of people doing a lot of things. And I just know that the volunteers play a critical role. Well, the funny thing was they started me off as a paper boy, so to speak, delivering papers. The Free Press gives free papers to the hospital. And in the morning I would go to the different wards and either drop them off at the nursing station or go room to room and drop them off. And that was always a pleasant thing to do and meet people, and they'd always be quite surprised to get a free paper. Well, for some of them, that you're stuck in a hospital and you don't have a TV, you don't have a radio, and if you're not a person who has a phone, a newspaper is something very pleasant to get and be able to stay in touch with what's happening in the world and the community. Now when I do my ambassador work, I walk patients to parts of the hospital that they're not familiar with. They're anxious, they're worried, and I always try to diffuse that with a little bit of discussion about myself. I don't ask them any personal questions, but I do tell them about myself, and that way they're a bit more at ease, because I've been there and I've had some of those major surgeries and procedures that some of these people are going to have. The one thing I try not to miss is my volunteer shift, because I know how key it is to not just the hospital, to have that extra staffing, so to speak. But I think of it more as, if I'm not there, there are some patients that are going to be less provided the care and attention that they need. And the thing that I found is interesting. I said to one person, probably the best 4 hours of my week is when I volunteer at the hospital. I look at my smartwatch and my heart rate is probably the lowest it is for the whole week, because I sort of feel like I'm at peace with helping people and in the community of St. Boniface Hospital. Having been born there and having a lot of family ties there and surgeries there, there's nothing there that scares me. And I know that when I help patients, I'm putting them at ease, but it's just a time where I really let go of all those external stresses, the shopping, the bills, the payments, things that you worry about from day to day. When I'm there, I turn my cell phone off. I don't worry about anything. It's a comfortable place. And I think the same thing happens when people take an enjoyable walk, or if they're a fitness fanatic and they just like to get that run in, like people talk about endorphins and getting that momentary high, or that the peace, or just some people read a book by the river, that's what they do. Strangely enough, my peace is sitting in a hospital waiting for the next patient who needs to be walked.